Hey Sydney. So I really think that the rules are a good idea. I like the rules you came up with. And you said that you write down everything that you're gonna say. Stuff. I do that too. There are words on there. Yeah. So, don't worry. I do it too. Or else I have no idea what I'd talk about. But it would be kind of ridiculous. More than this. This is kind of ridiculous too. So, I had the third book that I had mentioned that you said sounded really interesting. It's called A Certain Slant of Light. There. And I finished it yesterday. And it was really good. And I think I'm going to buy it because this is my friend's copy. But I really liked it. So you should for sure read it. Yeah, and that vampire porn book that you have, yeah, I borrowed that from you, remember? It was like a while ago. I was sick and I needed a book to read, so I borrowed that one. Yeah, not a good book to read when you're sick. I'm doing this in front of my window, so if anybody walked by, they would see me dancing by myself in front of a computer. So, I'm going to do the first challenge, and I'm going to challenge you to dance in your next video. But you should try and dance better than I just did, because that really wasn't dancing, that was me going like this. And that's not really dancing, I just really wanted to show off my outfit of the day. I borrowed this dress from my friend, and this belt. And I really liked it. Or like it. Keep talking in the past tense when things are still happening. Yesterday, I was talking to my friend, and I was trying to say the past tense of sit, and I said sittin'. Past tense of sit is sat. I need to sit more. I hope this passes my insane awkwardness in front of the camera. Even though I'm awkward off the camera, I feel like it's amplified. Like, you know how they say, like, the camera's supposed to add, like, 10 pounds to your weight or whatever? Yeah. The camera makes me 10 times more awkward. Are we keeping our theme as books? Because it kind of seems like we are. So I'm going to talk about more books. Okay, so this book right here is one of my favorite books. It's called It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but... And it's really, really good. I really like it. I've read it like a million times. It's about this boy, and he goes into this like deep depression, and he wants to kill himself. And he's about to do it when he decides to call the suicide hotline instead. And they tell him to go to the hospital, so he goes to the hospital, and he ends up admitting himself to the hospital without realizing it. And so he gets put in the adult ward because there's like something happening with the children's ward or something. And so he goes into the adult ward, and it's just about him and his like quirky adventures there, and he meets another teenage girl who he starts to have this kind of like friendship with, and it's really, really good. And he starts drawing these, when he was little, he used to draw maps of this, and he would like create these cities, and so he started drawing them, but one of the other patients told him that she thought it looked like brains, and so he started drawing them in the shape of heads and all that stuff, so that's why the front is that. And I just think that's a really cool idea, because I don't know, our brains are kind of like maps of cities with different areas and like things that they do.